Welcome to Morning Laziness. This is Nilima Kayes, and today we are bringing to you an interview session with Ms. Debi Silber. Morning Laziness is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, personal life stories, and interview sessions on different matters concerning women. And today our interviewee, Ms. Dr. Debi, happens to be the founder of Betrayal Transformation Institute. So let us welcome our interview. Hello, Dr. Debi.
Hello, how are you? Looking forward to our conversation.
It's great to have you here on board with us today. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Right, so moving on, what does an ideal workday look like to you?
An ideal podcast?
An ideal workday. Excuse me?
Oh, a workday, sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay.
Right.
An ideal workday is really, it's waking up, connecting to something bigger than me, taking time for myself, whether that means journaling, meditating, getting a good workout in, connecting, and then heading into a rewarding, fulfilling workday. And after a great workout, and then just connecting with loved ones and family and friends, and then calling it a day.
Well, that sounds great. Journaling is a great way to begin a day. Even I do it regularly, and I just love it. It's a great way to open up your thoughts that fill your head during the nighttime, and when you wake up in the morning, you have a fresh mind to start a new day.
Definitely.
Right. Now, how do you manage to remain optimistic throughout the entire day?
I look at the work that I'm doing, and I realize that it's helping countless people. So there's something as frustrating or aggravating as something can be, getting through it is the way I can connect to the people who need what we have to offer within the PPT Institute.
Right. What is your hobby?
My hobby. I have 4 kids and a lot of dogs and a full-time business, so not really much time for a hobby, but it's really, I love reading, I love being in nature, I just love connecting with friends.
That sounds great. Well, tell us about your podcast. Have you tried hosting any before this one?
Yeah, we actually have I host the From Betrayal to Breakthrough podcast, and we just learned we're in the top 1.5% of podcasts, so it's really exciting.
That sounds great. Now, what motivated you to choose this particular career path?
It shows me. It's my 30th year in business, and I was in health and then mindset and then personal development. And then after 2 painful betrayals, I just needed to understand how the mind works, why people do these things, and how I can heal. So I enrolled in a PhD program in transpersonal psychology, the psychology of transformation and human potential. While I was there, I did a study. I studied betrayal, what holds us back, what helps us heal, and what happens to us physically, mentally, and emotionally when the people closest to us lie, cheat, and deceive. That study led to 3 groundbreaking discoveries, which changed my health, my family, my business, my life, and it changed the entire course of my business.
Right. Now, who do you think gets betrayed most of the time? Is it men or women, or would you perhaps would like to go for a neutral stand?
I think women are much more vocal about it. We've had over 50,000 people take our post-betrayal syndrome quiz to see to what extent they're struggling. And really what I see, even from the quiz, we have men and women within the Institute, but between the quiz, the Institute, it just seems that the women are much more vocal about it. Women are more likely to be betrayed, and they're also more likely to seek help. But that's not to say that men don't experience it, because they do.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Now let's move on to some questions that dive into your professional life. So what exactly is the PPT Institute about?
Yeah, there's really, based on the research, I knew there was nothing like it. One of the discoveries was that there are these 5 stages we will go through if we are to fully heal. Most people get stuck in stage 3. So I put the 5 stages into a program that blew up, and then people wanted to see me, couldn't leverage myself. So I created our certification program. That went crazy. And I thought, okay, well, I did the research. I know what works. What happens if we put everything that works, the 5 stages, the coaches, the right type of support, all of it under one roof? That's the PPT Institute.
That's great. Now, what are the key programs you render to the same? Now, is it open for all age groups?
Yeah, we have, we don't have kids within the community, but actually one of our coaches specializes in helping the entire family heal. But we have our self-paced programs, because we have people from all over the world, and this way they can move through it at their own pace. We have live daily classes with our certified coaches, master classes with amazing experts, my Q&A. Everything's recorded if you can't catch it live. And then we have the most incredible community that's there to lift and inspire, because we've all experienced the same thing. Our stories are a bit different, but betrayal is a very unique type of trauma that needs a very specific protocol to heal. So everyone in there knows they're in the right place, and they're there to move through the stages so they can heal.
Right. Now, as you had previously mentioned about a quiz, so what exactly is a heal or heartened quiz about? And how do you think this particular assessment would help the individual to come to a conclusion on whether he or she has been healed or got hardened during the process?
Yeah, I really reckon. Yeah, it's the quiz takes less than 2 minutes, and they could just find it at healedorhardenedquiz.com. And really, what it does is, out of the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough, what I was mentioning, one of the discoveries, you will know exactly what stage you're in. And then from there, you know what to do with it, because you can't change what you're unaware of. So the quiz is laser focused in letting you know what stage you're in. And it's a shocker for a lot of people, but the good news is we have a way to move through whatever stage you're coming in at, a way to move from one stage to the next to the next.
Right. Now, talking about relationships, if you see, trust is one of the great pillars of a relationship. So what could be the symptoms that perhaps could reveal that one is struggling to trust his or her life partner? And what are the initial steps to aid them?
Yeah. Well, we can spot an unhealed betrayal a mile away. It shows up in your health, in your work, in your relationships. For example, in relationships, I'll see it in one of 2 ways. The first way is a repeat betrayal. The faces change, but it's the same thing. You go from friend to friend to friend, partner to partner to partner, boss to boss to boss, doesn't matter. And what's happening is there's a profound lesson needing to be learned, that you are lovable, worthy, and deserving. You need better boundaries in place, whatever it is. Until and unless you get that, you will keep having opportunities in the form of people to teach you. We also see it where people put the big wall up. They're like, nope, been there, done that. No one's getting close to me again. And we think it's coming from a place of strength. It's not. It's coming from fear. We see shattered trust in health. It shows up where we go to the most well-meaning doctors, coaches, healers, therapists to manage a stress-related symptom, illness, condition, disease. At the root of it is an unhealed betrayal often. And we see it at work too. Think about it. You want to ask for that raise or promotion, you deserve it, but your confidence was shattered in the betrayal, so you don't have the confidence to ask. Or you want to be a team player, collaborative partner, but the person you trusted the most proved untrustworthy. How do you trust? That boss, that coworker, that collaborative partner shows up everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, you had also done a couple of TEDx speeches. So tell us about the TEDx talk you had on Stop Sabotaging Yourself. What exactly was it about?
Yeah, Stop Sabotaging Yourself was my first one. And this was really about, why is it that we're doing well, we're on a course to improve our health, our relationships, our financial abundance, and we just derail ourselves, we sabotage ourselves. What's that about? I talk about it in that TEDx talk, because it's really true. We come to this place where we think we're and is it okay if I give you an example of some of the things I shared in that talk?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. So, like, for example, let's just say, one of my clients he would meet up with his friends every week, and they would, grab a drink and complain about their jobs and their lives and things like that. And then one day he realizes, it's no fun to complain about it if I'm not doing something to improve the situation. So he gets involved in personal development. He's so excited. And then when he goes to see his friends, he wants to share with them with the hopes that they'll join in. Oh, what conferences are you going to? What books are you reading? But instead, they make fun of him. And so what does he do? He stops the personal development. And now when he's meeting up with him, he's drinking more than he was before. You see, we do that because we don't want, in his case, he didn't want to outgrow his friends. He didn't want to outgrow his group. And very often we sabotage ourselves because that change can bring lots of other changes that shake up the people and the situation around us.
Absolutely. Now, your contribution to PPT is rooted to your personal life, as you had mentioned earlier. Now, how well were you able to help your clients through PPT? Was there a moment, perhaps, where you felt grateful that you chose this particular road?
Yeah, I remember when I was healing from my betrayal, I was so heartbroken, and I remember thinking to myself, if I can heal from this, I'm taking everybody with me. I had no idea what it was going to look like. But now seeing the activity within PBT, where we have our coaches teaching daily classes and members are coming in and they're all moving forward. I mean, it's predictable. They come in at, let's say, stage 2 or stage 3, and they're doing the work and seeing the right coaches to move them, forward each and every day. And it's so beautiful to see someone rebuild their lives, their health, their confidence after an experience with betrayal.
Right. And thank you so much for sharing with us that bit from your personal life. And it's true, the initiative you took to take everybody with you towards healing from betrayal is something really great you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Now, where do you see PBT in the next 10 years?
Yeah, I wish I could end betrayal, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do that. But what I really hope to see, and it's actually starting to happen, as AA is known for alcohol, the PPT Institute is becoming known as the go-to place for betrayal. And the idea is you're not meant to be there forever. You're meant to be there to move through the stages and come out, this version of you that never would have had the opportunity to exist had that not happened. So in 10 years, I see thousands of people within the Institute. I see hundreds of coaches specializing in all different areas, helping our wonderful members. And I just see this beautiful legacy where people just know, okay, this was a really painful situation, but I know that there's a way that I can move through it, and it won't take a long time.
Absolutely. Now, on that note, I would like to ask you, lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
I think the world needs hope. I think we think that we're so doomed after a painful experience, and our mindset convinces us that, well, you better get used to it because this is as good as it gets. And I'm living proof, and so are all of our certified coaches. You can heal from all of this, and betrayal is one of the most painful of the human experiences. But I did the study. I have the proof. You owe it to yourself to heal. And then when you do, you benefit all within your care and reach. So my hope is that people realize there is a way to heal, and they absolutely can. I didn't do anything anybody else couldn't do.
Right. So on that note, we come to the end of this interview session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time and patience you took to answer all our queries. And thank you, audience. Hope you had a great time with us today.
Thank you so much.